Hello, Western Oregon sports fans, and welcome to this edition of Wolves Weekly. Joining me today, we have the coach of the 10-time GNAC defending champions, Jeremiah Robbins. How are you doing, Jeremiah?
Doing very well.
Hope that embarrassed you just a little bit there. You guys played great, but I think that's still kind of the buzz of the weekend was you guys got the job done. You guys had a goal at the beginning of the season. One of many goals, but that was one to come in, take the conference title, always a goal there. You guys came through and have really done well these last couple weeks and just seized that title.
Yeah, the kids have really rose to the occasion, so to speak, and they saw the title within reach and they went out and got it. And I was very proud of their efforts. Came in very focused this weekend against a very good team. NNU is a quality team. They're 31-17 on the year, and they battled us very well. I thought their pitching, I was very impressed with their pitching this weekend. And our hitters had some answers for their pitching, and we got the key hits when we needed them. We didn't have a lot of hits, but when you're playing that good a team, you just check the scoreboard and make sure you're up by one. And we were able to do that. And I was very impressed with our kids.
From watching those games, Western Oregon was able to take 3 out of 4 in that series. Always is important to win the series there, but that was a grind. That team, you've talked in here the last couple times about target on your back. That you had 3 or 4 with that team. They were going to the bullpen in the second inning because they wanted to beat you. And to me, that one looked like a playoff game, basically. Each run mattered. You had to execute and low scoring all the way through. I thought that was one of the better series I've seen you guys. Maybe not wins, lost, outscoring opponents, something like that, but absolutely a grind, and that you guys were able to execute on those ones. Tell me a little bit about that, and that I know it's got to feel just as good winning a game 3-2 or 2-1 as it does 22-4 or whatever.
Yeah, when we went into this series, obviously we knew it would take 2 games to get the league title, but knowing that we wanted to take the series and go 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4, to go in and get 3 out of 4 and just those games, a lot of pressure on them that, obviously the pressure was not only to win a game, but to get a conference title. So you're adding 2 different pressures on our kids, and they stayed focused. We didn't have a lot of hits. I think one of the games we extended out and had a few more, but the way they pitched it against us, and they've got, they had some big pitches to get our hitters out, but we had a good approach all weekend. It paid off in the end, and it's kind of what we've been preaching to our kids is stand with your approach. The numbers will play out at the end. And I was very impressed with how we played defense behind our pitching staff, who pitched phenomenal all weekend, and then when we needed that big hit, it was there for us. And it was a great series. I loved it.
Fantastic. That's kind of, let me take you through it just really quick. The Wolves split the opening doubleheader. They win the opener 6-5 and then drop the second game. But they come back on Saturday needing to get 1 win to clinch the title outright, and Grady Wood pitched as good of a game as he probably could have this whole year. Throws just the 4th one-hitter in the history of the GNAC. There's been some other no-hitters, but the 4th one-hitter ever. Complete game, 6 strikeouts, 15 ground ball outs. And even when some of those guys got 2 double plays out of it too. I don't know if I've seen somebody control the game as well as he did that game.
Grady's good, and we knew it when we saw him pitch last year, and we've known it since the day he stepped on campus. But the biggest thing that he's worked on is just that mental attitude, what he brings to the yard, and he's been phenomenal. He got, you look back at his season, the first game against San Diego down at San Diego, it wasn't there. The mentality wasn't there, but it's grown throughout the season. And to see him go out in that game, and for us, it's a must-win game, because if you don't win that one, you don't take the series. So that opening game on Friday was a must-win game, and for him to put that on his shoulders and give up 1 hit in 9 innings, it's a pretty impressive effort, and that tells you where he's at. So we're just very proud of him.
And to mention that one, besides you being proud of him, recognized by the conference, he was named the GNAC Pitcher of the Week for this week. Fantastic job out there. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about one of the other pitchers in the next game. Kirkland was the starter, but we're always talking about the starters there. I'd like to talk to a little bit about the bullpen. Kirk ties in with that one, being one of the back of the bullpen early in the year. But Ian McDougall, I thought that one was truthfully one of the best pitching at-bat battles of the entire weekend. He comes in, I can't remember the exact situation right off the top of my head. I know they have runners in scoring position. It's a 1-run game. Ian McDougall comes in, first 2 strikes, 1-2, and gets a foul out to first base. Talk to me a little bit about the faith you have in some of that bullpen, that you're able to go to them, along with a great starting pitching staff.
Yeah, Ian has been huge for us, and as he started out his season, I don't think he was 100% with his health, and now that he's full go, the mentality piece is 100% better. He's been huge for us, just as big as, when you move Kirk into that starting role, you've got to replace him with somebody, and to have McDougal step up and take that role, it has been incredible, and we've been very impressed. There's still a lot more in Ian as he develops even more. That kid is going to be a very good pitcher, and he's to come in that last game there and shut the door on him, and he's done that all year for us. And we also got the Bradshaw kids finally 100% healthy. I like where our pitching staff is at right now, especially that bullpen. We know what our 4 starters are going to do. I mean, they've shown it all year, and we know what Ian's going to do. To have Brad Carter finally getting back to the old Brad Carter that we know and love, and Bradshaw getting healthy, and there's numerous other arms that we're going to work with throughout this week as we head into the Billings series to get prepared to be really good. And I couldn't be more proud of our pitching staff.
We talk a lot about the pitching staff. You're having a very good year this year. You had a good year last year as well. I'd like to ask you, what makes this year's championship team unique compared to years past?
I think the biggest thing, and we've talked about it as coaches, is when you have a huge turnover in your roster like we did, our big concern going into this year was the chemistry part, and it's never been an issue from day one. I think we've done a phenomenal job of bringing in the right people into our program that just love to be with each other and play baseball. And for them to do that consistently all year long. We'll have our ups and downs. You'll swing and miss at pitches, and you'll throw balls. We all know that. It's baseball. But the chemistry part has never changed. And that's the biggest thing I'm proud of with this team, of just sticking it with each other as teammates. And, it's definitely played out for us.
You talked a little bit about like the team chemistry off the field and stuff. It looks like the chemistry's come together on the field a little bit too. Maybe people finding their roles, other things. You guys have won 17-19, and like you said, haven't dropped a series here. I believe you guys have won 7 straight series now. Always important one that way too. But talk to me a little bit. Just chemistry's come together on that side. You guys are rolling a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think we have options, and that's what we're excited about, of being able to move guys in the lineup and move them out and move them in matchup situations where we feel that they'll be more successful facing a different arm or whatever. So, guys, that's been the huge thing since I've taken over this program, of getting a team that the chemistry is 100%. And there's no doubt in my mind where our chemistry is at with this club. And it definitely shows on the field as well as off the field. These guys love playing baseball together. And it doesn't matter if they're in the dugout or getting out there. Whatever it is, their opportunity to be together as a team, they enjoy it 100%.
Fantastic. I want to make a mention there. The team right now did remain number 2 in the poll this week. It was released on May 4th last week. The CCA tournament will begin this weekend as well. So as the Wolves close out their regular season at home, which we'll talk about here in just a minute, the CCA, California Collegiate Athletic Association, will send 4 teams to their postseason tournament. It'll be UC San Diego taking on Cal Poly Pomona, and Sonoma State taking on Chico in that first round. Just to give everybody an update as we keep an eye on what's going on down there as well. But as we mentioned, this weekend you guys close out the regular season at home against Montana State Billings. It's senior day. 10 guys are going to play their last game, the regular season game here at Western Oregon University. I'd like to talk to you both about the team that you guys can play, the quality team as we mentioned, really just about 3 weeks ago, but how you make sure you guys are ready to come out and play in those opening games, and maybe there isn't a letdown against a team that you guys were maybe the best series of the year against up there.
Yeah, it's the last 4 games of our season, and obviously, we want to keep playing after those 4 games. So, we've got to approach our weekend right. We've got the conference title, goal number 1 down. Now we're going for goal number 2, and the kids are aware of that. And Billings, they're going to come in and try to set us back a little bit, and our kids are going to be focused on not allowing that to happen. But the biggest thing is, we've talked all year, our motivation for our kids is to play baseball. Whatever's on our schedule, they love playing baseball. And with that being set in place, they know it's on the schedule. They're going to be excited to play. It's their last 4 games at the yard for, like you said, the 10 kids. And, we want to send them out right and go out there and compete and find ways to, even though it's late in the year, to continue to improve on our skills. We still have a lot of areas that we need to be better in. And as we approach this week of practice and obviously those 4 games, we're going to find a way to get every individual on that team better.
Fantastic, Jeremiah. Well, we hope everybody can make it out this weekend to say goodbye to those 10 seniors. I just want to give them a quick shout out, I guess, really quick right there. Grant Glover, Daniel Dillard, Aaron Hedrick, Michael Chiarelli, Cam Nobles, Andy Fox, Miles Kaiser, Brad Carter, Michael Ward, and Zach Miller. Some very important names on that list, not just for the success this season, but really the success of Western Oregon for last year and years before with some of these gentlemen. So, strong core players here. Well, I want to make sure you can all make it out to the ballpark. Watch the Wolves take on the Yellow Jackets, final home regular season series of the year. So come on out to the ballpark. Thanks for joining me and Coach Robbins on this edition of Wolves Weekly.